Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back on the factory playthrough. I am just crafting up a couple things here between episodes. I've finally gone ahead and got a couple extruders. I just did two to start out with because I needed these small gears. I'm not sure which one I'm going to put in that one yet. We'll wait and just kind of see. We'll see which one kind of comes up. But yeah, you noticed there is something missing, and that is the sugarcane farm. I have broken it down. I've broken down the steam because it wasn't, I mean, it was producing a decent amount, but this just produces so much more. So yeah, I broke that down. It is underneath, but at the moment it is turned off. Because it's just supplying the sugarcane for the biomass, and I'm not using a lot of it at the moment, so I just figured why not just stop the pistons from going constantly. I don't know if it was doing anything with the frame rate or anything, but you know, might as well. But so there is one extruder, and I do plan on making more extruders as we go along. For the different things, probably bolt actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Bolts and screws are kind of annoying, but I'm gonna wait until we find out what we need. But I definitely needed aluminum and this one. And stainless steel. Those are like the two main ones that I was using. The aluminum is for the interfaces, and this is for pistons. And I actually needed a couple for the extruder. Those require pistons. Alright, I've also gone ahead and crafted up another numismatic dynamo. Got it all set up. I haven't got the export bus on it yet. I had an export. Did I add it? I did. I just didn't put any diamonds in it, that's right. There we go. Alright, and then hopefully that will, because this ran out at one point, and yeah, it turned off the A system, so that wasn't fun. And guess we'll leave that on. I turned it off because I didn't know how much, I didn't know how much power this was using. And when the A system turned off, I was like, oh, that's a bit of an issue, but all right, we'll just kind of leave that. Yeah, that's fine. I have the polymer stuff going into a chest, so it's just infinite. Might as well just let it be infinite and fill up this with items. Alright, but I also went ahead and we got some more rocket fuel. I got like 11 buckets. I believe it's 8 buckets. We look at this. Yes, so for this to work, I'm assuming, depending on what we want to put in it, it's going to use a different amount of fuel and power. Now, if we want gemstones, there's diamonds, apatite, phosphor, quartzite, and don't really need that stuff, but that is an option if we want. I'm probably just going to use it for this because the rutile, I think, is really helpful. Redstone actually is helpful too, but a lot of this stuff we get from these, because obviously it's a tier 1. It's kind of basic stuff. So iron and everything, but we get that from here pretty easily. It does look like we need a chest, so there is a chest. Now, I actually don't know Like, if I go ahead and put the items in, is it going to turn on? But since it's not hooked up to power, is it just going to avoid it? I actually I don't know how that works, actually. So I don't want to put this stuff in until I kind of know I have enough power. But I was thinking, since this runs off, like if we look at the recipes, it's RF or Forge Energy. I was thinking, instead of just having it directly hooked up to the Gregtech power, why don't I hook it up to, like, directly to the RF source into like a capacitor is kind of what I'm thinking. We do have, like, here is the power line going over here. So I'm thinking, let's get a capacitor. Now, capacitors, bunch of that ready to go here. We need more of that and tin wire. If I let's do that and that. Yeah, so that gives 3. There's a few different recipes. There's one that gives 1, one that gives 3, and one that gives 2, which is pretty cool. They're all very similar. Just depends on what you put in. And then, so we need 4 for the basic. Then you need 2 basics for the advanced, and then 2 advanced for the, that's so I need 16 capacitors if we want the, of course it's like of course we get 3 per craft, and I need 16, so I'm gonna have 2 extra, but whatever. Alright, so there's that. And then I don't know if I think we need the advanced. I don't know if we need the vibrant. I definitely think we need the advanced, though. Oh, that's dark steel. I didn't realize that was dark steel. All right, let me get this crafted up. I don't have dark steel on there yet. It's what is that? It's silicon and steel, isn't it? Is that what that is? Oh, right, void crystal and steel. I should get that made a recipe. Right, I'm probably running out of. No, I have a few more. So coal. Just get the rest of this coal. I moved this down here as well. Has this soul sand always been here, or did I put this down here? I really don't remember seeing it. I don't remember placing it down there. But I noticed that when I was moving stuff. I was like, has that always been there? Alright, so what did we need? 4. I guess. Yeah. Yeah, let me get some of this stuff crafted up, and we'll be back. Okay, I think that is everything. I've gone ahead and crafted up this, which is just some redstone and iron, easy enough. We do need one of these. There we go, and the electrical steel. Forgot to throw that in there. Actually, I think I need a bit more vibrant. I just realized there was quests and I forgot to do it. Oh well. Yeah, I forgot to do that quest. Anyway, I'll do it in a... I don't know, is it like... I don't know if it's required or anything. It may be required. But yeah, let's get some more of the vibrant. Easy enough to craft up, so... Right, so there is that. Place it there. Output to the top, and then we just need to connect it to the thing, and then I think we could use this. Hopefully. Just a second. Need to upgrade this to the next tier just to get it going a bit faster. Vibrant is a bit slow, but overall it's actually not too bad. Especially now that we have 2 of these. Looks like they're kind of like... It's like it's almost even, so that's actually pretty cool. I should have those going into a thing as well, probably. Maybe I'll craft up another capacitor or something. All right. So there we go. That is filling up. And it does get a decent amount from this line anyway. I'm sure that is that like emptying these out? Yeah. Just double check that this... That's awkward. I can't see the way I have built it right along the glass. I can't see the thing. All right, I'm assuming it has power. Yeah, that's annoying. Just, I don't want to like waste materials. Yeah, it has power. I figured it did, but... There we go. You can barely even notice that there's a hole in the wall in the glass. All right, so I guess let's throw this stuff in and see if this works. I'm assuming you just put this in and then you get this out, is what I'm assuming. And from what I know in Project Ozone, these machines are pretty quick, yeah. There it goes. And hopefully we get the items. Did I do it right? Oh, there we go. So it takes time. All right. And there we go. So there is all the items. Now, obviously, don't quite need all of this stuff right this second, but I will take it. Like a lot of this stuff, nickel. I could process this all down if I wanted. Do we need to at the moment? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know what we should do. I think, well, that's definitely going in there. I do want to process that down. But like galena and uranite and all this stuff, I think salt ore, actually, I think I want to, because that's good for chlorine. So I will probably process down because you get 6 from that. So that's good. Okay, moon turf. That actually does need to go in there. So that's good to know. So this is, I'm kind of thinking this stuff. Redstone, we have to pulverize that. You do get 12 from it, so that's worth it. And I think dilithium, that also needs to be pulverized. And then autoclave, It needs deuterium to get those, but I don't know if we're gonna need those quite yet. I think this is more like an endgame, isn't it? Isn't that like an endgame material? No idea what that's used for. It's probably used for something. Yeah, so the dilithium is used in the large one, which we're nowhere near at, which is like dragon eggs and chaos shards and all sorts of craziness. Quantum stars, gravity stars, layer of the chaos dragon. Yeah, so that's that, and then these ultimate gems it's used in, which is for armor, it looks like. All right, and that's used in. Oh my goodness, look at that. Infinity. Yeah, look at all those ultimate helmets which require all that. All right, so that's a thing. That is a, I mean, it's infinity armor. That's a thing. All right, so yeah, that is kind of like an end. So probably process these, and I'll probably just smelt these, to be honest. All right, so that requires a little bit more processing. The dense iron, didn't realize that. Probably just throw that in there. But all right, so there is that. Now the tier 2. Is there an easy way to? I don't know. What are they called? Spaceship? I don't know. There is a thing right there. Yeah, tier 2. Ah, you just type in. It has to be. You have to spell it out. Not. That won't work. All right, but yeah, we got those 3 components. We got that. It definitely uses some more advanced stuff here, obviously, but yeah, we'll just continue to kind of add all these things to the auto crafting compressor recipe. That's easy enough, but we're not going to do that right now. But I just wanted to take a look. So there's 2. So we either get the stellar creation data again, which again is used for endgame stuff. I feel like that's not. It's like a lot of stuff for not that much neutronium ingots, but I don't know. Part of the universe. So for bauxite, niobium, geolite, tungstate. All right, so tungsten. Looks like this is how you get tungsten. Yeah. Is there like a tungsten ore? Not seen. Doesn't look like there's an actual tungsten ore. It's just tungstate. Yeah. All right, so that looks like how that seems to be how we're gonna have to get to the next tier. So that's like IV tier. All right, so that feels pretty good though that we got this. Lots and lots of rutile. That is awesome. That means we can get lots and lots of titanium. We can progress a bit here. So let's go ahead. I think we should get these. Let's get the better circuits crafted up today. We have the titanium. That's right. It needs a lot of this. I need to get this epoxy. All right, I may have to get epoxy automated before I get ahead of myself here, because I use so much of it now, and I only have 10 sheets left. All right, let me, I guess, look into that. Probably, I know we basically did polyethylene and the polyvinyl, LV, thinking probably do... I mean, everything... I don't actually need HV. I don't know. Let me think about this stuff, because at this point, HV is probably easier to craft up than the LV stuff. Well, maybe not. That is, now that I have wrought iron and everything automated. Yeah, let me think about this and figure out. I'm going to process a lot of this stuff down, and we're out of water. Remember, why was I doing appetite? I don't remember why. Oh, for the phosphor, that's right. Yeah, so we'll get the moon turf. That will get... This gets us moon dust, which gets us these things much, much easier, as opposed to pulsating crystals around that. So that's cool about the... All right, let me do a little bit of thinking here, and we'll come back. All right, we're back, and I'm just crafting up a bunch of fluid export buses. And I think we're ready. I haven't quite sorted out how I want to do the desulfurization, or whatever it's called, of the different fuels. Yeah, and I think I can either space these out a bit more, because I need more surfaces to get all the different fuels and stuff in, or that would probably be the easiest. I was going to do 4 in a row. Either that, or I use... I don't really want to... I don't know. I'll figure this part out. Figure this out later, how I want to do this, but I think I got this at least sorted out, I think. Now, we want light fuel. We'll do, I guess, cyan. And so there's that, and then we need... I made a whole bunch of fluid export buses. And so far I'm not running into any frame rate issues, but I only have a few of them. If you have like tons and tons, then I'm sure you're gonna be having issues. Let's do that. Cable. Hydrogen. I do need... Keep mixing up the ones that you can use JI for, but you can't do it on the AE ones. Don't let you do that. All right, there we go. So that will, in theory, yeah, it's 2,000. That'll give us light fuel. Yeah. All right. Now, over here, I think we're going to set up about like right here. I have a whole bunch of machines here. Where I have enough. I 'Cause 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 ' Well, I'm definitely not going to have enough of that. Need at least 2 more. Really should get that auto crafting, but just kind of do it manually. Alright, so epoxy, this is quite difficult, but I think I am going to do this recipe. I just really hate bisphenol, and you actually get double the epoxy per the epichlorohydrin, so you get, it's a 1-to-1, it's a 1-to-2 ratio with this one, and nitrogen dioxide is really easy, naphtha is really easy. It's the epichlorohydrin that's the difficult one. So yeah, chemical reactor, just nitrogen and oxygen. So let's just throw that down. And that's another export bus. And this is where I'm a little wary about having so many fluids being transported around. But like I said, not too bad yet. Probably gonna need a few of these. Dang it. Do I not have? I think it's those. Is it not? I can never remember what is used with this. Sort of plates, that's right. I do have a bunch of that. Not ready for that. At least this is relatively quick. All right, so that one will be nitrogen dioxide. You can actually just have it, probably just auto export to the left. This one will be, this one will probably be the naphtha. This one will be, yeah, that will be this process, and then this one will go here. All right, let me get some of this stuff kind of crafted up so we can kind of see how this is going to work. Or let me get capacity cards and some fluids going here, and we can start, yeah, seeing this in action. All right, I think we got most of this set up. As we can see, it is quite a long chain and it's quite complicated, but I have so much fun doing the chemistry stuff. So basically, we got our nitrogen, oxygen going in there, producing the nitrogen dioxide that is going into here. Then we also have the naphtha, which I haven't got hooked up quite yet. I haven't sorted out how I want to do this yet. So kind of for the moment, it's just a bit manual. So that, I'm gonna just throw that in there for now. That will craft up a whole bunch of the epoxy. Then, all right, so that's those two taken care of. And then all this stuff is for the epichlorohydrin. Now this one is going to be the sodium hydroxide, which we have being exported into there, hypochlorous acid and allyl chloride. And on the back, I have an insert with brown, and that will be whatever I want. The brown will be, I'm getting myself confused here. Yes, that will be the hypochlorous acid. But before we do that, I need to get this allyl chloride, which is propene and chlorine. Now I'm producing propene here. from light fuel and steam. And again, this is all going to be getting myself all sorts of turned around here. Right, so steam, light fuel, that goes in directly into here, which is the propene, and this is steam cracked. Did I put naphtha in there? I did. It's going to turn it into it. All right, that's not what I wanted to put in there. I wanted to put the light fuel. Whoops. I did the wrong one. Light fuel. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to use both. Right. So light fuel. So that's going to steam crack the light fuel, turn that into propene. You get 250. If you do steam crack naphtha, you get 300. Heavy fuel, 100. So I'm just doing it with light fuel. That's turning the propene. And we will pull that out. And that goes in there with the propene. And then I need to add chlorine to there. The chlorine will go in there. And that's being pulled out from over there. And once we get to 2000, that will do the allyl chloride. I'm just realizing there is a second. I didn't realize there was a. I'm getting hydrochloric acid from it. That will need to be sorted out. But there is the allyl chloride. I should be able to. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to go in there. All right, so still gonna have to sort this out a little bit. Hopefully, I just. Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right, so it looks like it's not gonna. If there is this stuff in here, it won't put the hydrochloric acid, but I may need to do a filter, like a robot arm kind of thing. But there is that. And then the final thing we're going to need is hypochlorous acid, which is just another chemical reactor with water and chlorine, which is way down here. Capacity card. Chlorine. Just go grab another one. All right, so I'm definitely going to have to get some more of the chlorine going, which thankfully we got a whole bunch of the salt from that thing, which will let us, that'll let us do, get a bunch of chlorine from that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna ore wash that. Yeah, because rock salt, you can also use purified salt. I'll probably send it through all the different processes here, just to get as much as we can out of it. But, so chlorine, water will go in there. And that needs a circuit of 1. And I think that's pretty much all of this. Did put both. It's going to take a second to speed up because I don't have any speed upgrades on it. Just double check I have that right. Water. Yeah, I gotta figure out the hydrochloric acid. So I have a couple fluids here that I'm gonna have to deal with. But the cool thing with these is I can do like extract on purple and send that to somewhere and have this. Yeah. So brown is that. Brown extract. That'll pull out the hypochlorous acid. put it there, and there we go. There is the epichlorohydrin. And again, we have salt water on here, but we'll sort that out. But there we go. That is going in there, and there's our epoxy. So yeah, pretty complicated whole process, but yeah, once we get this all kind of figured out and all the different fluids, the one issue is the multiple fluids. So having them all right next to each other makes that a little more complicated, but wait, propene in there. Propene goes there. Yeah, but like I said, I will work that out. We'll let it, I don't know how soon I need to get it completely automated, because I can just do it a little manually, you know, as needed. But basically that whole setup over there will backlog, and yeah, we won't be like going through all our, I mean, we're going through chlorine very, very fast here, but once it backlogs, it's not going to be running. So yeah, anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we'll come back and let's progress. We'll get these microprocessors and the mainframe. But to do that, we're going to need end steel, so we'll look into getting some end steel. But we'll do that next episode. So anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good one.